Why don't y'all like to be corrected?
I can't say. I don't know why. Like I just don't like the I guess of someone telling me what to do.
Do
I
you
don't know
think
why
do you
it's a hard
think
thing.
having a father or not having a father plays a part in that?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Finally One podcast. I'm Kelly,
I'm Natasha.
and we're here today.
We are here.
It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful day, actually.
It is.
Spring is in. We're doing a lot of spring cleaning, getting a lot of stuff out of here. I'm finally finished with the garage and the basement.
Yes.
Finally, now we got to work on outside.
Yeah.
So, how you feeling?
I feel okay. How are you?
Just okay? Why just okay?
It's been a day. I've had to work this morning and now I'm here. So,
For sure.
yep,
Practicing for the Easter play.
yep, practicing for the Easter play. Done a lot today. So, I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired. I'm hungry. I can't say the other H word.
And back to the episode.
Can't say that for our Christian viewers. um, but today we're going to talk about three things a couple can do if their marriage is in crisis mode, right? And before I get into that, before we get into the topic, listen, register for the marriage conference. It is this Saturday,
Yes.
um, March the 28th at 10
10
a.m. at
a.m.
Thankful
Right.
Baptist Church in Johnson City, Tennessee. Free registration. Just go to kellyandnatasha.com, scroll down, and you'll see register for free for the marriage
And guys,
conference.
you don't have to be in a crisis in your marriage. Just come and get some tools that will help
Yeah,
uplift and bring life and everything else to your marriage.
for sure. Yep, definitely. Don't have to be in trouble because it's going to be fun. It's not just about, you know, it's not going to be just this sad thing. We do have games. We got door prizes. We got all
Right.
kind of stuff. So yeah, you want to be in the building and get some tools, like she said. But yeah, I wanted to say that because it's this Saturday. We got a lot going on. Let me actually mute my phone. We got a lot going on this week, but did want to say that about the marriage conference. Go ahead and get registered. And we serving food too. So, and it's not going to be finger foods. We're going to actually feed you a meal. All right.
Dope.
All right. You ready to get into it?
Let's go.
All right. Like I said, this is three things that you can do if your marriage is in crisis. All right. What's the first thing we can talk about?
Mm, mm. This is very good. Turn back to God together. Before trying to fix each other, reconnect with God. Crisis often reveals where spiritual connection has weakened. Invite Him back into the center. Let Him be the focus. Scripture: if my people will humble themselves and pray, I will hear their land. Second Chronicles 7:14.
Um, yeah, I think that's important. It's turning back to God. Like, I think what happens is you try to fix each other.
Yep.
Like you try to, um, Lord, fix this woman. What is wrong with her? I don't understand her. And you make it about the other person versus making it about what you can do, how you can humble yourself, right? How
Mm-hmm.
you can hear from God, especially if you're the husband. Like, whether we like it or not, we are the sacrifice. Just like Christ was the sacrifice. It says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. Christ gave his life for the church. And like I said, whether we like it or not, we are the sacrifice, the same way Christ was the sacrifice for us. So a lot of times we're last. A
Mm.
lot of times our feelings are last. A lot of times, yes, we got to be the bigger person or we got to be the bigger man, as the word says. So, what do you want to say about that? Or you want to add anything about that?
No, that's good. Oftentimes, I can say in the first marriage, I always looked at it as like it's always telling the woman, you have to be submissive, you have to be this woman of God and
Yeah.
be there for your husband. And I'm always like, what is the man's purpose? Like it's putting so much on us women.
Mhm.
But now I understand that it's that man, he's the head, he's the one that has to water us. So, and that's goes with God. Like it's God, your husband, then your wife. So that's what I was saying.
For sure. And I think um, it's hard in a crisis, but it's important that you continue to pray together. And if you're not already praying together, you need to start, no matter how awkward it is, even if it's short.
Mm,
Like praying together will begin to add the presence of the Lord in it and begin to break down those walls. Because I honestly um, believe that if it's in crisis, there's some type of walls built, or one or the other person is not communicating. And women, I always talk to the men. I want to challenge the women to be sensitive to what the men may be going through.
mm,
There's parts of this whole marriage dynamic, the family dynamic, that women don't understand, and I don't think as men we maybe do a good job communicating. But there's so many things going on in our minds, so many things we're responsible for, so much pressure. And if I'm being honest as a man, it doesn't even seem like it's appreciated or
mm.
even considered, you know. And I see it a lot online of men talking about, who actually thinks about us and what we're going through and what we're thinking about. Like, we don't really get the opportunity to think about us. And when I think about, the first marriage, partially, towards the end of the first marriage and when we got a divorce, why I wowed out had a lot to do with being last for so many years,
Mm.
being last for 18 years, being, the sacrifice for 18 years. And, you know, I went through a selfish period. Now I paid for it and I'm still paying for it, but that was the effect, the cause and effect.
So wait a minute. What are you saying? Like you said, you wild out. You're meaning after the divorce, you wild out in that time, or you wild out at the end of the marriage?
Both, 50 both. Well, it was over. When we had that talk and we decided it was over. You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at me like that?
What? I'm just
You act
talking.
like
I'm
you didn't
trying
know
to.
that. You act like you didn't know that.
I just want you to tell the people so they'll
For
know as
sure,
well.
for sure. I mean, I ain't never had hit that. Yeah, once we decided that it was over, and I asked her, did she want to stay or she want to go? For me, it was over. I was good enough divorced at that point. It wasn't legally, but you know what I'm saying. That's when I started flirting and doing stuff. That's why I was in such of a hurry to get the divorce over with so it wouldn't be that guilt. But you said
Mm.
that. You said I wanted to wild out. Yeah, I wanted to do it and not feel like, oh, I'm still married, or enter conversations with women and be like, yeah, I'm technically still married. And by the way, we still live together. That's kind of bootleg. So yeah, I want to hurry up. Go ahead. Seems like you're thinking about something or something you
No,
want to
I'm
share.
good.
But that was your question.
I just wanted you to reiterate because
Um,
you was just like, yeah, there at the end, I wild out. So I
Meaning,
was just
yeah, I
saying,
started to
reiterate
I
that.
started to move like I was single, and then when you wouldn't, find a place, which I don't even think you looked. Did you even look for a place? She never even
Mm.
looked for a place. Well, did you even think that it was over when you said that, or did you still have hope?
Yeah, I knew it was over, but I didn't want to go in the situation of having to find a place and me and my daughter being out there. Like I didn't look, I didn't search hard. Like I may have, searched around like, oh, there's somewhere for rent, da 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 da, but I didn't fully go into it because I'm just like, well, if I'm still here, there ain't nothing he can do. So
What do you mean by that? There's nothing I could do.
meaning that I still have a place, so there he can't kick me out.
No, I would never kick you out. Like I would
That's what I
never
was
make you,
saying.
homeless. We didn't have that type of breakup where we hated each other. Like I never hated you. The only period you hated me on, I started dating that last girl at the
I was
end.
gonna say
And
there
I
was
actually
times that I
at the
hated you.
end,
Hmm.
at the end, I mean, like I said, that last relationship, and I actually posted a girl, but I'm talking about at the end of our marriage, you didn't actually hate me.
Right.
You didn't. We didn't have a thing where, I can't stand you, don't look at me. We argued. We didn't have that type of. So I would have never, kicked her out or made her homeless, especially with my child. So that's why I took it upon myself to, to find her a place. Like I was ready to be free. I was ready to um, talk on the phone all night, not have my phone and do whatever. Which I'll tell you, that was fun for probably the first week. After that, it was cold and lonely in that house by myself.
Mm.
Which you didn't know that. You thought I was living it up. Huh?
Yeah.
The perception is it ain't real. What the perception is, yeah, it was lonely. It was lonely in there, um, in the house by myself. Like I said, the fun only lasted a week. Then I had to develop, whole new routines as far as like how I did everything. So yeah, why you look like that?
Nothing. We getting off subject. Let's go back to.
No, we not. We helping. We giving examples like,
Mm.
yo, like this was the real life. But yeah, we can get back. What's the second one? Second thing that they can do.
Choose humility over being right. In crisis, both people often feel hurt and defensive, but healing begins when at least one person chooses humility over pride. Scripture: be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Ephesians 4 and 2.
Yeah. So why most of the time, not all of the time. Um, I think it's the I think it's the wife who's the most defensive.
I can get that. I can see that.
Why is that?
I guess because we're just so strong and like we feel like you can't do this to me or you can't bring this to me. Like I don't know. We just had a woman has an attitude, an intuition, but I mean sometimes we got to take one for the team.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kelly,
Hey, and I'm Natasha.
and we have a special announcement for you all.
Guess what? We're having our first marriage conference.
It's called the Marriage Makeover Conference. Now, if you know anything about doing a makeover, right? Like making over a room in your house, that doesn't mean you're in crisis or you need to fix everything, right? So come to the conference, get some tools to make over one part of your marriage and get some tips and stuff on how to make your marriage better.
Right, just tips to help you build that stronger relationship in that marriage, whether you've been married for a year or 25 years. Come out and be with us.
You know what's going down?
It is going down March 28th at
Thankful
Baptist Church
in Johnson City, Tennessee. And we're going to be starting at 10 a.m. And guess what? The most important part, it is absolutely free.
Yes.
It is free to attend. All you have to do is register, right? So just click the button below this video, get registered for the conference, and we look forward to helping your marriage grow and just get a makeover. Sometimes things just need an upliftment, you know what I'm saying? Some new paint on the walls, right? New flooring, new fixtures, and things like that. That's what we want to help you do for your marriage. And even if your marriage has been struggling in communication, intimacy, things like that, we're going to be having some amazing panels, some amazing sessions. And what else we got? We got games, we got prizes, and we're going to actually give you lunch as well. So lunch is included as well for absolutely free. We just need you to register because there's limited seating and we need to know how much food to get, right? We need you in the building.
Come on, guys. Come and be a part of this with other marriages, and we look forward to seeing you. Register now.
Register now. Go. We were talking about going to like men's passport bros going to
Oh,
Brazil and Colombia and all that stuff. I said, I am not going. I know I'm saved. I know I'm healed. I know I'm delivered. But I'm not going to be like Poogie in New Jack City, be in a room full of crack and think that I'm going to be strong enough to withstand it. Absolutely not. Why don't y'all like to be corrected?
I can't say. I don't know why. Like I just don't like the I guess of someone telling me what to do.
Do
I
you
don't know
think?
why
Do you
it's a hard
think
thing.
having a father or not having a father plays a part in that?
Yeah,
Because your
100.
father wasn't in the home; it was your grandfather, and your grandfather did whatever he didn't.
He didn't do whatever.
Not he didn't do whatever,
He
meaning
made
he
me
allowed
spoiled.
you. He allowed you to do whatever,
Right.
meaning it wasn't no sit down, do this, pick
Right.
that up. It wasn't like you
Yeah.
didn't get that male authoritative. You better sit down. You better do this. You didn't get that type of correction.
Right. So to answer your question, I feel 100% that if the father's not in the house giving some type of order or correction, then yeah, it does make it harder for a lady or woman to submit and heed and take um, advice and ridicule and everything from their king. But just getting back to my grandfather, like I was the spoiled brat. I was the oldest granddaughter. I lived
Hmm.
in the household. So, and then I didn't have a father around. So he was, trying to fill those holes. So I was getting anything and everything I wanted. Like if I wanted McDonald's every day, my granddaddy was getting it for me.
Exactly.
So,
Versus no. Versus no. That spoiledness comes up now. We could just have a conversation. All right, babe, we locking in. We locking this. It's Friday night. I want to do something. Why you look like that? We being real, right?
yeah.
That's spoiled. Now I'll say I've added to it, but I'd be like, dang, what happened to our conversation we just had? We locking in. We getting ready to do this. We getting ready to do that. And her birthday's coming up, so it's like, come on, like let's focus. But I honestly think whether or not a woman has a father figure in the house affects how she submits, affects how she enters the marriage, affects, the humility, the defensiveness, and all of the things, especially if she's been in some relationships that wasn't right and she was with somebody who wasn't right, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in the first marriage, of course, I wasn't right. So it added to that defensiveness. It added to those walls. It added to the abandonment issues. It added to all of those things. So I was a trigger to that.
Mm-hmm.
But choosing humility is like I believe it's something that you both have to do.
That's true.
Like I think you both have to do that. Like ask yourself, what can I take responsibility for? What can I take responsibility for? And I try to do that even when it's something that's not really my fault.
Mm.
Do you feel like I do? Because I'm trying to think of an example where I'm like, I'm sorry. I say this a lot. I'm sorry, baby. I'll do better. I'll try to be a better husband for you. Sometimes it's joking, but sometimes it's real. And I'll say what the thing is. Next time I'll do this. Go ahead. Can you think of something? Or why are you smiling?
No, I was just trying to think because yeah, you do that, and it's taught me to do that as well. I'd be like, babe, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll take one for the team. Like, okay, I hear you.
Why you say like that? Take one for the team.
Because I mean, sometimes I don't want to go back to the women thing. Sometimes it's not my fault, or I feel like I didn't do something wrong. But I'm
Mm,
saying I'll take one for the team.
okay. All right. Choose not to be right. It's not about being right.
It's
It's
not.
not about being right. It's about choosing humility. So I'll take that. Taking one for the team so the team wins and the team continues to move
Yeah,
forward.
right.
I'll take that. All right.
Did you just roll your
What's
eyes?
what's the last thing?
Uh, what can I take responsibility for instead of how are they wrong? Did you
I already talked about that. I wasn't
okay.
talking about that. I was talking about what's the last thing that they
Oh,
could
so
do.
we're going to number three.
Yep,
My bad. Get godly help and wise counsel.
counsel.
Counsel. You don't have to go through it alone. Strong couples seek help before it's too late.
Yeah,
The scripture plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Proverbs 11:14.
I wish this is something I wish we did in the first marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and not went to a pastor or somebody like that. I wish we went to legit marriage counseling and therapy. It may have helped,
Yeah.
right? Um, it may have helped. By the time in the first marriage that I started doing personal therapy, it kind of was too late,
Mm.
if that makes sense. Like it kind of was too late. I kind of had my mind made up, and there was so much work that needed to be done that um yeah, it took a long time for me to get it. It took a long time for that work to be done, and healing and deliverance to take place. But that's one thing I wish we would have did, like went and got official marriage counseling. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. There was times that we had said that we might would do something, but we would go to a fellow pastor or something
Yeah.
and get a little encouragement, or sometimes we didn't even get encouragement. So um I feel like it would, or if I just would have went myself to get healing to a therapist, like it could have helped better. But like you said at the end, that you went and it was too late by then. So yeah, I feel like if you are struggling and you take that, you need counsel. Like,
Yeah. Or even if I think it would have helped us if we maybe would have even talked to an older couple or
yeah.
someone with some experience in maybe what we were going through, or not, or just someone who would have been able to give us some perspective. But I'll be honest, I was so like I didn't want to be in it. So it wasn't like we were in crisis and I wanted to be in it, so that if a couple or a counselor or somebody would have shared something, um, that it would have helped. I was really just suffering through it, and that's just me being honest. Like I never wanted to be in it, and that stemmed from the brokenness in me, the brokenness, the trauma, the all of the unhealed things in me.
Mm.
So I don't think that it would have helped us. It would have probably gave us a different perspective, or maybe some tool. I don't know. But I know at the end of the day that this marriage is what it is because of me getting deliverance and healing. What's up, everybody? I'm Kelly.
Hello, and I'm Natasha.
Listen, we are available and would love to be a part of your church service on a Sunday morning, your workshops, your panels, or anything, your events, anything you're doing in relation to relationships and or marriage. All right. We can share our testimony like we've done at other churches, and shared how we finally became one, and how we went from teenage parents to married in our 20s, divorced in our 30s, and happily remarried in our 40s. We also have some other topics that my lovely wife is going to
Mhm.
share. What are some of those other topics we can help with?
Restoring trust after infidelity, communication, restoring the intimacy, and becoming one.
Yep. So some pastors has even brought us in on a Sunday morning, and we have been the message for that morning. So if this is you, you want us to come share this video with your pastor, share it with your marriage ministry. Even if you got a marriage small group, we would love to be a part of it. To lock in a date, all you need to do is go to kellyandnatasha.com. You can fill out the booking form there, or you can just simply shoot us an email, right? So we look forward to serving you, serving your couple, serving the ministries in your church, and even at your event.
Yes.
Anything you want to say, Ben?
No, we look forward to hearing from you.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Hey, ladies, it's your girl here, Natasha. I'm just coming to you simply asking, do you have your own devotional? We can take your favorite scripture and turn it into a devotional. Our team is ready to help you. Just go to our website, www.customdevotionals.com.
What do you think?
Yep.
So yeah, we were just we suffered through that first marriage. We suffered through. There was nothing about it that felt good. I felt like I was in prison. I felt I was unhappy. I felt like she was keeping me from, like I said, living the life that I felt like I should be living. I felt like she was keeping me away from the woman I was supposed to be with. All of the things, and only to get out there and get my butt kicked.
But I wasn't keeping you from that. Like I had went into the marriage as it was a covenant. Like we
Yeah,
were supposed to be into it. So
yeah,
you wanted to wow and do your thing. So
yeah. I just wanted to be free. I wanted to be free. The brokenness that little boy who always felt like doing the right thing or being a good boy was going to pay off. It didn't. So he reared his little head, and he had to be free. But marriage, I didn't think, honestly, this is the honest God truth. I didn't think I would ever get remarried and or especially remarry you. I didn't think that. Did you think that?
I'm gonna say I didn't think. Well, yeah, I didn't think that I would be remarried, um, or remarried to you. Um, it was a God thing because
Yeah,
there was many a nights I would sit at the apartment and just be lonely and like, why doesn't anyone love me? Why doesn't anyone care? Why am I alone?
yeah,
So I never.
yeah. This is a miracle. Like, this is a miracle. People may see us today and think we've been married for years, and it's only been 2 years, right? Like, we've only been happily, blissfully married for 2 years, and we've been together since we was 17, 18. But we was not happy, especially when we entered the marriage. We were babies. We just
Mm,
didn't know anything, and we're broken. So we did it. My son asked me, "Yo, Dad, how did you do it?" I was like, "Man, I did it broken. I did it tired. I did it depressed. I did it um, unhealed. I just did it. And I'm looking back, it was just by the grace of God that all of our children are alive and we are alive and we here and we are healing. So yeah, that's how we did it, by the grace of God, because it wasn't just the marriage that was tough. It was, the raising of the kids. It was the church we were a part of. It was the depression. All those years I look back, I was literally depressed. I was not happy. There's no part of my life that I was happy with. Now, when I started my business, I got glimpses and moments of happiness, but for the most part, I was depressed. Go ahead.
I look back at those pictures that we were when we were going through
Yeah,
the garage.
yeah,
Like I looked a hot mess. Like I looked
yeah,
like one of those wives that was just thrown away. Like I was like, oh my gosh, how did I go around like looking like this? Like I looked terrible,
yeah.
terrible.
You wasn't being taken care of. You was depressed too. I'm sure you wasn't happy.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was
serve
not
you.
happy at all.
I
There's
didn't
many
take.
nights I cried.
Yeah, I didn't take care of you. It was nothing. It was, man, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But to bring this whole thing full circle, we hope that we give you hope that God can restore. Like, regardless of where your marriage is, God can restore it. He can revitalize it. He can, breathe into it. But it's going to take both of you doing your work individually, doing your work together, and healing. It's going to take the man, the husband, taking the lead, and it's um going to take work. It's going to
Yeah.
take work. It's going to take time. You're gonna have to pray. Y'all gonna have to be in y'all word together. Y'all gonna have to do devotions. Y'all gonna have to go to individual counseling and then do some work together. Go ahead.
Right. And even if the praying together is just short, sweet, and simple, like just
Yeah,
come together and be on
yeah.
one accord to do that, and the devotions and everything else. But even if it's a short prayer, pray to God.
You both gotta want it too. That's
Yeah.
an important part. You both gotta want to repair it. It's like it's almost not going to work if I don't want to say it's not, because all things are possible with Christ, but you got to fight on your hands trying to do it yourself,
Hmm.
trying to repair it yourself. Both parties have to fight and want it to work,
Right.
because she fought very hard in our first marriage. I'll give her that. And I wasn't fighting with her. I was just like, whatever, this is what she doing, whatever. Um, and it was terrible. And I remember she had went to a women's conference and came back all hyped up, and then went through my phone and got crushed. Talk about it.
I
Help them
don't
out.
want to talk about
You still got
it.
something in there? You can't help
Stop.
the people? You still got something in there?
Stop. But yeah,
That was the past.
we would go to women's conferences. I would reach out to my mother-in-law. They was telling me, "You gotta fight. You gotta pray. You
Yeah.
lay hands on him." And then, like, I would see his stuff when I would sneak to get his phone and stuff, and
Mhm.
find out that he had been talking to people and so and so. And yeah, so I mean, like you said, you do have to both have that fight, because it's hard
Yeah.
on just one person fighting, and to keep fighting and trying to keep it won't work. So
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it's gonna take. So we hope we give you hope. Like, there is hope, even if you do get a divorce. Like, we're proof of that. Like, there is hope.
yeah.
Um, God brought us back together after 7 years. So it was 6 years I was out there. We were divorced, and then that last year was year of healing, restoration, and deliverance before we can re-enter covenant. But it can happen. It can happen. When people ask me, can it happen, I'm always like, yeah, it could happen. But just like my pastor told me, God can do it. You just may not like how he does it.
Mm.
And how he's going to do it, guess what? That flesh has to die. You got to kill that flesh, and build up that spirit, man, in order for the marriage to live. All right, babe, I need you to give him something before we get out of here.
I just talk. Like, what do you want me to say?
Say something before we get out of here.
God bless you.
No, not
May
God
heaven
bless you.
smile upon you.
Give somebody hope in what you felt. Like, once, all right, this is the question. This will help you out. Once you begin to see God doing the work on me, what is one thing that gave you hope that we could remarry and we can it could work?
One thing that gave me hope was
Or
consistency. Like watching you do, not only do, but do what you say, but
Mhm,
be of what you said. Like to consistently see like the change in you, and like how you was seeking God, and
mhm.
you didn't give up. So that would be my hope.
That gave you hope.
That gave me hope.
All right, cool. All right. On that note, remember, get married, get registered for the marriage conference, the marriage makeover conference, this Saturday, March the 28th, 10 a.m., Thankful Baptist Church in Johnson City, Tennessee. It is free and open to all married couples. It don't matter what what church you go to, any of that. How long you've been married, your marriage doesn't have to be in crisis. Like, just come get some tools just in case. We have insurance just in case. There's no guarantee that something is going to happen or not going to happen. What? What's so funny?
No, no, I wasn't laughing.
No, you laugh. I thought you had something to say.
No, I was just gonna close it out. I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say, Always remember to like, share, and subscribe.
God bless you. I'm not even finna entertain what you
Gosh.
doing. I'm not finna do it. All right, peace out. See y'all next week.
Hey guys, just wanted to come to you thanking you for checking out the Finally One podcast.
Listen, this is what we need you to do. We need to grow our following. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing these episodes. You don't know what couple that they may help. So subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You don't know who you're going to help. And make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yes, guys. Share. Help us.
Yep. And you don't know who you're going to help. So it's not about us. It's about helping couples, right?
Share. Yeah.
So share, like, subscribe. Help us get our following up.